Well, I've never once started a broadcast mid-conversation, but here we are. The mystery of cameraman extraordinaire George Parra is making its way to Prince Albert. Imaginary friend. No, okay. I guess maybe it does come across like I'm a bit of a psychopath, but no. For those wondering, especially those watching from Prince Albert, cameraman extraordinaire is George Parra is not imaginary. He is standing to my left. Maybe one day we'll give him a microphone. We'll see. Maybe we have to on this tournament. Okay, we're back at it, George. It's game 3, day 3, and it goes down between the 2-0 Prince Albert Predators and the 1-1 Valley Sturgeon. Preds looking for an early drive and unable to get anything towards starting goaltender Kultaj Mahal at the other end of the floor. Your starter will be Oliver Volek. Interference will be the call. It's going to remain Predators' possession. And, George, I want to get these notes in right off the bat because, again, I was telling you before, I've been getting messages from some of the Prince Albert fans that are watching from home, tuning into some of our broadcasts, and we thank you very much for watching. But the best part about that is they're feeding me information about their team. They're feeding me these stats for me to be able to mention. And I got a message from Mason this morning on Instagram. Shout out Mason. Thank you for the message. And this is his message. He says, this is both Piché and Sandry's third MacDonald Cup. Sandry in 2023 with Swift Current. And then also in 2024 and 25 with Prince Albert. And Piché in 23 and 24 with Swift Current. Now in 25 with Prince Albert. Last year, the MacDonald Cup, Rieger won tournament MVP, and Matthew Cudmore won most offensive player. And he said this year, Cudmore broke the Prairie Gold Lacrosse League's all-time assist record, and Rieger broke the all-time points record. Not too bad, as Mahal makes a save. He also fed me one more that I want to fit in because we've been talking a lot about goalies, especially today. But this is the last one. He said there's 4 underage players, but more impressively is that both of their goaltenders are underage junior players for the Predators. So we're looking at one of them right now, and Oliver Volek, who gets his first touch, taking it into his stick, and a quick pass over to his right. Remains 0-0. How about that, George? The goaltending in this tournament, I will say, has been pretty outstanding. And that includes from the Predators, who have certainly filled the back of the net aplenty throughout this tournament, but have also gotten some big saves between their 2 netminders. Here comes the Valley captain, Jeremiah Gibbs, not at 100% to say the least. After he went down due to injury in their first game, didn't end up finishing that game, but he's back in the lineup today after he got back in the lineup in their second game of the tournament yesterday, was limping all throughout the game, but just really muscled his way through. And I'm sure we'll see some more of that leadership throughout this game. Crease violation against the Predators. Gabe Howard starts off the transition. Bouncer goes up the floor. Lands with Wyatt Kemp. Ran into some trouble trying to chase it down. The ball is bouncing towards the restraining line. Predators will collect. Quick work into the offensive zone. Matthew Cudmore, speaking of, hopping his way into the corner, waits for the screen, gets over top, roll through the middle is good, shot. Mahal makes the save. He'll take it into his stick. Kultaj Mahal did not start this tournament as Darius Syed got the start back in the Sturgeon's first game of the tournament before getting the pull. Mahal came in and looked good from there. But since then, he's come in and taken over the role of starter, and actually, Syed has come in and played the role of defender for this Valley team. And there's a penalty behind the play. It's going to go to the Valley Sturgeon. And Wyatt Lissamore will make the march over to the penalty box. The City of Abbotsford is a strong supporter of the MacDonald Cup and our thriving local sports community. From world-class parks and recreation to vibrant events and welcoming neighborhoods, Abbotsford is the place to live, work, and play. Learn more at abbotsford.ca. I love George, that the mystery of you is becoming a talking point. You know who's going to love that is Keith. And now the Prince Albert people are going to be wondering who in the world is Keith. And that I will not tell you. No. Pass across, just missed the stick of the crease man, Cole Barnby. Here's Sandry, heel drive, shoot, and Mahal makes the save. The ball is loose. It's batted ahead. PA finds it. Across, one-timer, scores! Prince Albert goes up 1-0 with a power play marker. This just feels like it's been a day of special teams action. There's the feed across. Oh, look at where his feet are, underneath the goal line. Wow is right. Braden Rieger, how about that? 1-0 Predators. We did have a break between the last game and this game, of course, about an hour for us to settle down after that crazy game between North Shore and the Saanich Express. But it didn't really feel like much of a break because, George, you and I were doing a bunch of math, trying to figure out the formula for the tiebreaker in the A division. And Valley, if they want to make us do a little more math after this game, a win would help them in that case. Remember, the Predators right now are 2-0, trying to improve that record to 3-0, which would lock them in first overall. Valley right now 1-1. If they win this one, they'll move up to 2-1, which would tie their record with that of West Shore. And after some discussion, it was figured out that the differential, or the deciding factor on the tiebreaker, is the formula goals for divided by your goals for plus your goals against. So essentially your goals for divided by the total of the two, specifically in the tiebreaker matchups. So one thing that I brought up to George when discussing these two teams was Prince Albert is going to have a big advantage due to their blowout victory over West Kootenay, but then George reminded me that West Kootenay would not be in the tiebreaker, so that game wouldn't matter. So Valley could make things interesting if they could pull out a victory here. Because remember, there was a closer game between West Shore and Prince Albert that was an 18-13 victory for the Preds. But that means that goal differential in that game would just be 5 for Prince Albert. So many numbers to keep track of. Of course, the Preds' most important thing on their mind right now is to lock in a victory so it doesn't come down to math. Sandry makes a nice move, cutting back. Penalty on the play at 6-on-5. The pass down low, looking for Cudmore, just missed. Cooper, backhand feed. Barnby will turn back. Far side feed, heavy shot. Mahal makes the stop. It's stuck in his pads, and that'll bring us a whistle. Serving the Fraser Valley since 1997, Sapphire Creative delivers bold, custom marketing solutions that make your brand shine. From vehicle wraps and branded apparel to eye-catching design and promotional products, let them help your business stand out and grow. Learn more at sapphirecreative.com. Cooper will run point on the power play. Already 1 for 1 on the goal from Braden Rieger. Cooper, skip feet across. Fake, spin, looking back door. Barnby couldn't pull the trigger. He'll go to the opposite corner, now back across to Sandry. Has room to shoot, and reaching back, Kaltaj Mahal. Saves are increasing in difficulty, but making them when they matter the most here while down a man. And shots favor Prince Albert, 9-0 right now. Reaching back to collect, Austin Ripley. Ripley onto his toes. He sees a triple team mounting. Stick is tied up, but doing a great job of really killing some clock here. And he lost a shoe. Hard to miss a bright green shoe lost on the floor, but he does retrieve it. And there's a penalty on the play coming up against Prince Albert. Discover the heart of the Fraser Valley with Tourism Abbotsford. From farm fresh flavors and scenic wineries to vibrant events and outdoor adventures, Abbotsford has something for everyone. Plan your visit today at tourismabbotsford.ca. Maddox Chamberlain. He's got a heavy release when he can let it fly, but right now he's on the run trying to find some space. Decides to put it down low, shot, and a save is made, but the goaltender, Volek, looked like he lost sight of it. Defender up to clean it. Send it up the floor as well. Toby Oshanik. First man in is Matthew Cudmore. Gets the return pass in alone, and the save is made by Mahal. Rebound to the far side. Still 4-on-4 for 34 seconds before a shortened power play coming up to Valley. Drive is good. Shot is off the crossbar. Mahal sets a screen. That allows some room for Valley to run. Got to get this over. They have 3 seconds to get over the center line, and they will. Nice move and a drive. Far side. On his wrong side, there's a swim. Shot and a save made by Volek. What a rush chance that was by Ethan Seaback. So the Sturgeon penalized player is out of the box. Chase Lehner narrowly avoids the official in the corner. I'll get to the officials in just a moment. Chamberlain lost his stick, passed down low, missed the mark. Chamberlain is up to play. Don't think the ball carrier sees him. Finally did, but the pass was over top. Now Chamberlain in front, return feed. Shot is stopped by Volek. He hangs on to it and lets the defender collect. That's just the 3rd shot of the game for the Sturgeon, the hosts of the 2025 MacDonald Cup. And with that, the Valley Sturgeon power play has come to a close, and Mahal makes a glove stop. But there's another penalty coming up here to the Sturgeon. And Prince Albert are going to get another opportunity here. George, one of my favorite parts about these tournaments is people sending us messages and letting us know where they're watching from. Just quickly refreshing my phone, and I see I got a tweet from Dylan Nishiyama, and I don't know if you're going to know that name, but I will, because he plays on my Senior C team. So shout out to the Senior C Berards. Shout out to Nish. Thanks for watching, pal. Near side feed here, Sandry looking 5-hole, but the stick is down of Mahal, and here comes the Valley captain. He was roughed up on his first shift and is muscled down to the concrete again. You can see him still ever so slightly on the limp. But do not be fooled. When Jeremiah Gibbs gets a chance to run, he is almost always the fastest man on the floor. I'm sure we will get a look at that at some point here. Sandry to the point. Backhand feed is good. One more down to the crease. One more to the opposite crease. Almost a pretty passing play. And here goes Gibbs. The long strides. Cutting to the middle. He'll spin, he'll shoot, and the save is made. Volek standing tall against the Sturgeon captain. Back to the point, 45 seconds remain in the power play. Pred's going to work it around the horn here. Everybody getting a touch. Skip feed down low. Handled well. Sandry sends it one more to the point. Back again. Heavy shot. Scores! Give him 2 on the game. Braden Rieger lights the lamp on the power play for the 2nd time. Glove side. So Mahal, you could see him dropping down low, and as he did, it flies past his shoulder for a 2-0 lead at the hands of the Predators. 2 for 2 on their power play. Valley unsuccessful on their first, albeit a shortened one at that. And the Preds will win another draw. So back to 5-on-5, under 10 remaining in the period. Barmby tried the return feed to Cooper, who's still out there with his face-off stick. Mahal makes the save. Rebound falls in front once again. Valley again has a man up the play. There's a bit of a hip check through the middle. Is that going to be called? Yes. Riley Predger is going to get called for tripping. The Valley defender tried to split through a couple of defenders and was knocked down to the floor. MSA Forward is your trusted source for new and pre-owned vehicles for over 74 years, George. They're also the official vehicle supplier of the MacDonald Cup. Whether you're hitting the road for work, play, or a game day, MSA Ford will get you there in style. Visit MSAFord.com today. Beep, beep is right, Georgie. God, I love the idea that people thought you were just imaginary. That is so funny. Scores! Valley makes quick work on the power play. A little redemption in their own right. Kane Roberts, talk about a heavy release. Cuts the lead in half, and 1 goal now on 5 shots. And the shots, I mean, very heavily favor Prince Albert, but maybe something the Valley can build on here. If they like their chances when they're able to get something towards the goal, I think that's going to be a point of emphasis come the intermission. But Prince Albert, always good for a counterattack. Lehner has to reach back to retrieve it from the half wall, takes a peek to the perimeter. Back into the mix comes Braden Rieger on hat-trick watch early with both Prince Albert goals. Cooper with a swim move, he'll fire wide. Sandry reaching back. He's got room to go forward, decides to pass down low. Skip feet across, Rieger on the toe drag. Looks back to the outside, a bouncer just missed that top right corner. Sandry runs out of time, he'll just have to leave the ball behind, and there's another collision away from everybody. Goes uncalled, but the officials give the goaltenders a water break. And that gives me an opportunity here, George, to explain, what we were talking about in the break. Because I already alluded to the potential math that may come to play in the B pool. But over in the A pool, which we just saw a matchup between North Shore and Saanich, which North Shore won by 4, that created this whole tiebreaker. A 3-way tiebreaker, Langley included, who they play the nightcap tonight against Oceanside. But the most important thing you need to know here, because I said in that game, because it says on the website, which I found out is incorrect, there's a formula involved here. I thought it came down to goal differential, but it does come down to this formula, which is goals for divided by your goals for plus goals against within the tiebreaker. Which means after all that math, North Shore has finished first place in the A pool. Saanich will finish second. And Langley will finish third, which means their game tonight against Oceanside will not factor in to the overall standings. North Shore has locked in, assuming that the information we've been provided is correct. But the math, at the very least, if that formula is correct, has been confirmed. Another chance sent wide from in tight. It'll bounce off the end boards, and a chance now for Valley to go. Gabe Howard. He'll fire, scores! Tie game! Two to two. And look at this from Gabe Howard. Took a look over the bench like he was going to stop. And just fired that one past the right foot of the goaltender. Well, well, well. The hosts, they don't want to go away here, George. Prince Albert looking to reclaim the lead. Pass across, one-handed reception. Rather just a deflection, but still able to be kept after. Matthew Cudmore keeps this alive. Late man to join is going to be Cole Barmby, fresh off the bench. He'll sneak through as the centering feed is deflected, and that one went off the post, I think. Through Mahal, but off the inside of the post. Another lead pass. Just missed the mark. There was a member of the Sturgeon that was knocked down and is slow back to the Valley bench. But up the plate goes Nolan LaRush. In comes the man who opened the scoring, Kane Roberts. He'll fire again. That goes off a foot and out of play. Last touching a PA defender, so it will stay Valley possession. Shoes are back on the feet of Austin Ripley, and he has possession, tucking to the near side, looking back to the middle. Pass was good, but defended better by the Preds. Bouncer in transition. Logan Rieger. Quick drop to Braden Rieger. Lob to the near side. Cooper. Sandry tries to go around his man Camp, but passes across, and Mahal makes the shoulder save. Here comes the captain. Sprinting over the center line, finds some space and dishes to his right. He's going to stay and play this offensive set, it looks like. He's always good for a few of these throughout the game. Shakes off a check. Can't quite handle that pass, but chases it down. Still 14 on the shot clock. Gibbs shoulders his way through. He spins to open space. One more. He'll shoot a bouncer. Oh, that didn't miss by much. Gibbs looking to the stick side of Volek. It's going to be Pred's possession once it bounces back in, which, of course, the officials threw in a second ball. Never let him know your next move, George. Back to the action, under 6 to play. Barnby can't get around the defender. He'll dish to the righties. Roll to the middle is good, and the stick save is better. Kultaj Mahal makes another stop. There's 2 Preds knocked down to the floor, but only one of those hits is going to get called. Barnby sharing some words as well. He's not too happy about that cross-check that was received. Experience mountain luxury at its finest at the Fairmont Chateau Whistler. Nestled at the base of Blackcomb Mountain, this world-class resort offers breathtaking views, award-winning dining, and endless alpine adventures year-round. Treat yourself to an unforgettable getaway. Visit fairmont.com/Whistler to plan your escape. Plenty of power play chances in this game. Sandry looking 5-full, and another stop by Mahal. Fake pass, shot by Rieger. That'll be back over off the end boards. Valley's going to get a free clear, shorthanded. Still with a minute 39 to kill, but can pretty well get this down to, pretty close to a minute depending on their shot selection here or how they play this in general. Kane Roberts kept at bay. Continues that cradle despite the double team. Drops down to the floor. Nobody wants to take an interference call here. Somehow Roberts found it again. He lost it, found it, got it in deep, and killed the full 30. A great penalty killing effort by Kane Roberts. Has a goal in this game. Now the power play back out. Skip across. Here's Sandry. Shot denied by Mahal. Here's the other Sturgeon goal scorer, Gabe Howard. Just bobbled it, and PA is going to take it back here. 45 seconds remaining on their power play. Rieger at the point. This is where he scored his last goal from. He'll get it down low and return back to him. One more to his left, a backhand feed out of the crease, across, and Sandry scores. Check that, it's not Sandry. See, he was up in the shooter spot. It's Braden Shuchuk. Let's take a closer look at this one because there was a bit of a delay from the official. I think Mahal got over, but couldn't quite get enough of it, and it crosses the goal line. So Prince Albert get another power play strike here, George. They reclaim the lead. 4 minutes left in period one, and the shots heavily in their favor here, 21-8. And Cooper with another face-off win. What a benefit that is to have a player like Sam Cooper just consistently winning you draw after draw. Usually factoring in on the offense as well. In front, Rieger denied by Mahal. That close to a hat trick. Braden Rieger will have to wait a little bit longer. And Valley just going to give it right back to the Predators. Clock winds down to 3:20. Back to settled 5-on-5. Cudmore makes a couple of moves, spins back to the corner, skips over to Cooper. He'll swim. A blind backhander. He draws a penalty, and is he going to get another one called against? There was at least one that I think is going to be a hold. There could have been a slash on him as well. Officials having a lengthy discussion. And there's an issue with Kultaj Mahal's stick. And it looks like there is just going to be one penalty called. And it will go to Connor Duncan. But Mahal looks like an adjusted string job going on right now. See, there's the benefit of you're seeing why we call him cameraman extraordinaire, George Parra, right there. You're not getting these angles anywhere else. It's George, and then it's everybody else. You know? Kultaj Mahal seen 22 shots thrown on goal so far. Wisely making the slow walk back towards the crease. It's a veteran move. Calm things down. Go as slow as you can. Why not? So another power play for the Predators, and that might have caught a piece of the iron. Mahal got a big piece of it, as did the official. It took an unfortunate bounce for Valley. That could have gone dangerously back towards a Preds stick. Jeremiah Gibbs able to help get this all the way down the floor to kill the early stages of this power play, but there's still minute 33 left, 2:35 left in the period. 3-2 the Preds lead over the Valley Sturgeon. Day 3 of the MacDonald Cup. Cooper at the point this time. Skips across, one more looking for Sandry, has to take it off the bounce. Cooper still at the point, he'll bounce that. Mahal makes the stop. Reset for the Predators. Sandry. Barnby back to Sandry, to the point. Cooper, backhand feed. Sandry around a screen, wide. Reaching his laner. He'll retrieve. Still 15 seconds to work with on the shot clock. One more across, looking down to the crease. Good active stick by the defender. That lane was open for a moment. Gibbs has it. He's on the run. Cooper's the one defender back. Gibbs to tie the game, denied by Volek. There's the wheels of the Sturgeon captain on display. And don't think that that's the last you're going to see of those. 30 seconds left on the power play. Skip feed across, took a deflection off the stick of Wyatt Kemp. Gives his man another whack, but the Preds still have it. 6 to shoot. Up top, here's Rieger. Scores! First period hat trick. And the Preds go back up by 2. Well, Valley was, I mean, look at the shot clock there. 4 seconds away from escaping that possession. But Braden Rieger has certainly found the hot stick. 3 goals. And with a minute 22 left in the first period, he could still find the back. And then again, we will see. But puts his team back in front by 2. It's the second time in this game that he individually has done that. Shots 26-9 for the Predators. Barnby Puts it into the midsection of Mahal. Drops down to both knees to hang on to the rebound. And Gabe Howard, who has one of the 2 Valley goals, stretches the floor. I mean, between Howard and Jeremiah Gibbs, those 2 more or less run the transition of the Valley Sturgeon. Backhander, wide. Add that to the tally, Jeff Fisher. Howard tried the one-handed hammer shot, couldn't get it on the mark. Shot clock can be turned off here. There's just 20 seconds left in the period. Predators can hang on for 1 shot if they want. Goaltender's going to stay in the crease. Clock goes down to 12. Everybody taking a peek, 1 more. 9, there's the drive from the corner. Mahal makes the stop. Valley able to collect. Predators take it back. 2 on the clock. 1 more shot from Rieger and denied by Mahal for good measure. 4-2. The Predators lead through 20 minutes. They went up 2-0 before Valley was able to climb back and draw things back to even. All of that before Prince Albert added the last 2 in a row to double up once again. Thanks for joining us here at Day 3 of the MacDonald Cup. You're watching live from Abbotsford. It's BC Sports TV. 4-2, the Predators lead over the Sturgeon through 20 minutes of action as both teams have made their way out of the dressing rooms, back onto the floor. And if you missed any of the action, let's get you caught up. Braden Rieger, George, get used to hearing that name. He opened the scoring and then followed it up with another power play goal, so make it back-to-back. It's 2-0 for the Predators. Then we got a third power play goal, but it wasn't from the Predators. It was for the Sturgeon. Kane Roberts found the back of the net. Shortly thereafter, less than 2 minutes later, Gabe Howard scored to tie things up at 2. And then the Predators scored 2 more power play goals. Braden Schuchuk, their captain, and then guess who? Braden Rieger. Exactly. Hat trick is made, hit at the restraining line. Here come the Preds. Fast break chance, but the pass is bobbled by Lehner, who goes down in the crease. So that means the Predators have only power play goals scored right now. Getting physical in the early stages. Couple of swim moves. There's a shot that bounces low into the left pad of Volek. And there's a penalty coming up to the Predators. Slashing, I believe. Colton Firk doesn't like it. Check that, 16, not 18. Aiden Horn, George. Extreme Threads is the proud sponsor of the 2025 MacDonald Cup and a strong community supporter. Your one-stop shop for customized team or company apparel, embroidery, screen printing, sublimated uniforms, and more. Visit them today at extremestore.ca. So the Sturgeon have a power play goal. Could they find another to cut the lead down to 1? Shot didn't get through. It'll ricochet off the end boards. Trampolining off of a body, and now a shorthanded chance coming up for the Predators. Wrong side, shouldering through the middle, is Tucker Prodale. He'll take a couple of slashes. Sturgeon would be wise here to not take a penalty and go to 4-on-4. Just let the shot clock wind down, get possession back, and go back to work on the power play. Rieger is open. He'll fake. He'll take. He'll score! The Predators have yet to score a 5-on-5 goal. All of them being special teams. There's that fake. There's that finish. Power play, power play, power play, power play, shorthanded. But the Sturgeon are still on a power play of their own for 1 minute and 16 seconds. Jeremiah Gibbs going to line up at the faceoff dot against Sam Cooper, who's been good here. Wins the clamp. Swings it over to the right wing. The ball is loose. Gibbs finds it. It's a 2-on-1. Does he want the shot? No, he wants the dish, and the save is made. Volek got over to the stick side. Gibbs going to stay out for this power play. Gabe Howard gets it to the near side. Kane Roberts, who has their power play goal. Chamberlain to Gibbs. They'll play pass on the far side. Gibbs takes a couple of slashes. Chamberlain, fake shot. Low release, wide, off the end boards and over and back. So Rieger's got 4. Can he find 5? Two-man press coming from the Sturgeon. Looked like they almost forgot they were on the power play for a moment. Scores! Another shorty! Cole Barnby finding a way to get things done. Through a double team and into the top corner. Is he patting himself on the head? So the lack of even strength goals continues here because now the Predators have 4 power play goals, and 2 shorthanded. And still a chance to get another shorthanded. They're down a man for 10 more seconds. Cooper retreats to the perimeter. Penalized player standing in the box, waiting to rejoin. Pretty successful PK, I would say, for Prince Albert. Deflected pass by Gibbs. He has it, but he's got to escape from his defensive zone. He gets through both. The low-handed spin move. Big fan. Gibbs gets back to the bench. Swing across. Howard taking a look down low. There's 12 left in the shot clock. He likes the drive. He'll get to the middle and tried to float it over the shoulder of Volek. Just missed. That would have been a pretty one. Now 3 on the shot clock. Got to get it towards the goal. Howard will and a bouncer, but just after the shot clock. Here's Rieger. Riley, Predators knocked down. Chamberlain slid over. Backhand feed is a beauty, but just missed Lehner. Into the Valley crease. Chamberlain is up to play. Barmby on a forechecking effort, but Valley able to break free of that thanks to the efforts of Seaback. Shot off. Volek makes a save. Now the Predators have a man up. Backtracking effort, shot is good, save again is better. This time is Mahal. Batted ahead, Preds take it back. They're all over these loose balls across the floor. Matthew Cudmore over to Rieger. He'll dish across Sandry. Through to Cooper, and did that catch a piece of the post? Lehner couldn't quite knock it down. It ends up behind the goal. Wyatt Lissamore. Nice move to get through. Keeps his feet going. Cooper refusing to give up on the play, and was a smart decision because he caused another turnover. Shot wide. Big rebound. Knocked down by Rieger. Some rough stuff in the corner. Everybody goes their separate ways. Cudmore had it. He'll take it off the floor. Swims away from his man, lobbed across, out of the reach of the intended target. Collected though on a second effort. Riley Predger flipped through, scores! Getting a little chippy out there, George. But that loose ball effort out off of the half wall, that's the effort that makes the biggest difference. From that point, Cole Barmby made no mistake. Pots it into the top corner over the shoulder of Kultaj Mahal. Darius Syed comes on for a late defensive change. Gibbs won a draw from Cooper and then swims through a double team himself. Jeremiah Gibbs just always finds a way to get to the net. Draws a penalty, gets it to the outside. Power play coming up for Valley unless they score here. There's a low shot and Volek makes the save. Holding is going to be the call. I mean, you see the benefit of having someone like Jeremiah Gibbs on your roster. And you see why he's like the heart and soul, the captain of this team. If he has possession, he is a hard man to stop. He just keeps his feet going. Chamberlain gets it back up high. Austin Ripley now to the near side. Kane Roberts, corner, return feed to Roberts. Back to the point. Pass looking for Chamberlain, but the pressure came from the Predators and it forced a bad pass. Now a good pass to Prodale. He's shorthanded. Off to the races, scores. That's their third shorthanded goal. Bouncers will go, as they say. And Tucker Prodale reaffirms that. Low past Kultaj Mahal, now an 8-2 game. Remember, the formula does not need to come into play if the Predators leave with a win here this afternoon. Evening? Afternoon? Afternoon? Okay. But if Valley is able to come out with a win, it would force a tie in the standings, or in terms of the record. Cudmore feeds down low. It would force a tie in record between the Predators, the Sturgeon, and the Bears. For the sake of my mentals, because guilty, not a math guy. Don't really want to do much more math here today, George. Thankfully, Randy Clough was doing a lot of it earlier for us on the phone. But me and George checked his work. Lehner, sidearm feed, finds Barmby, gets past the first defender. There's a lane to the goal. He'll shoot. Mahal makes the save, but interference just before the shot. Possession, Sturgeon. Chamberlain, who is out for a defensive shift, is going to stay and play the O shift here as well. Power play still has 25 seconds left in it. Roberts to the point. Scores! Special teams stay hot in this one. Fired from Austin Ripley. The sidearm release was the right call. Sidearm bouncer, too. That is a pretty looking shot. Stick side, pass Volek. Cuts the deficit down to 5. This battle, the faceoff dot, has been an exciting one to watch. Gibbs versus Cooper. Cooper wins the clamp cleanly, goes to an open side. Now Cudmore will dish to Sandry. One defender to beat. He'll get through. Shot stopped by Mahal. Rebound collected by Barmby, or almost collected. Second chance. Now he'll retrieve it. Sandry, another nice move to the middle for a second chance. Stopped by Mahal again. 2 straight chances for Sandry. 2 straight saves. Cudmore can't split the defenders. Gibbs couldn't retrieve the loose ball. Now he shakes out that right hand. He might be a little bit more shaken up as Rieger goes in and puts it off the shoulder of Mahal again. 3 straight saves to the Valley goaltender, who makes a 4th. That might have rung some iron, and finally Gibbs will be able to get off for a change. Replaced by Wyatt Kemp. Here's Cudmore. Rieger comes up high. Flip through. Make it 5 straight saves for Mahal. Lehner, feed down low. It's a 2-on-0 here. Check that, a 2-on-1. Shot and a rebound, collected. One more in front. Lehner puts it wide. Rebound goes right through the heart of the defense, and Rieger finds it. Split dodge, got through. Shot saved by Mahal. Finally, Gabe Howard collects. Can't get through the forecheck, still has it, and he just elects to launch this all the way down. Oh, right on target. What could have been? Gabe Howard. Almost a 200-foot goal. Volek credited with a save. Predators credited with a loose ball. Lehner is mixing it up in the middle of the floor. He'll push his man off, hoping for the roll to the middle. The ball is loose, can't find it. Pred still digging for it. Cudmore finally does. Gives his man the stiff arm. Lehner, no looker across the floor. The pass is a good one. Shot wide. Finally, Valley will be able to escape as the Predators, exhausted on offense, will all retreat back to their bench. Duncan. The defender has worked his way deep into the offensive zone. He'll switch hands, take a step back, trying to get through, drops his shoulder in one hand, splits a couple, spins through a third, drops down to the corner, and Volek makes the stop. Chamberlain, the recipient of a swim dodge. One more, maybe a little unnecessary, Logan Rieger. But Putting on some style points here. Talon Sandry from the high shooter spot. Driving low, Rieger. There's an interference call away from the play. Possession back to the Sturgeon. Pass is collected by Ripley. He has the latest Valley goal back on the power play earlier in this frame, which now has 9:20 left in it. Pass down to the roller, just missed. Shots are 45-17 for the Predators. And what's the call here? Looks like we're going to get a water break for the goaltenders. And that finally allows me to get a word in here about the officials, George. I haven't even had a chance to introduce them yet. Four-man officiating crew. Noah Johnstone, Brock Elder, Tyler Boyer, Ryan Mosdell. Officials have done a pretty good job, I would say, overall in this tournament. And pretty cool as well. I know Don Koharski, former NHL referee who is now involved with the National Lacrosse League. They've done a pretty good job. Braden Wilkins, I believe, is the head official. I think the title is. I could be wrong on the official title of Braden. But turning this into sort of a referee combine, sort of, I guess you could say it. Basically a way to take a look at some officials, like handpick some guys and see who the next wave of officials that could make that next step could be. I know they were going through some drills the day before, the night before the tournament actually started back on Tuesday. So a pretty cool opportunity for some officials to take the next step in their respective careers. Rieger, feed down low, Cudmore, and off of a shoulder save by Mahal. Feed down low, there's another interference call, and Cudmore is going to get a penalty on it. Predators don't like it. I think he just signaled hooking. I haven't seen a hooking penalty in lacrosse in a long time. Well, the Sturgeon scored on their last power play. Chamberlain can pull the trigger, but not on this chance. It's a good jump from the penalty killers. Now he will fire. Didn't get through, and this is threatening a back over call. It will be. And as we've seen from this Predators lineup, they can score even while down a man. Yeah, it's official. The rare hooking call. And there goes the power play for the Sturgeon. Tripping on Lehner. Or Lehner was the player tripped, I should say. Connor Duncan is the culprit, bringing us some 4-on-4 play. So we got a minute 26 of 4-on-4 before another shortened power play for the Predators. And again, I mean, I just talked about their shorthanded abilities to be able to score. If we've learned anything else about this Prince Albert team, it's also that they don't need a lot of time on the power play to be able to find the back of the net. Riley Prediger. Yeah, the defender leaps to try to block the pass. And with that extra space, Prediger is able to wind, fire, and score. George, my dad's not going to be happy for me to say this, but I'm just saying it anyways. A load of high riser. You know? Maybe it's redundant, but over-redundant. Maybe, actually, over-redundant is also redundant. If we're being nitpicky here. Yeah, okay. One-time shot is stopped by Mahal. There's another penalty coming up. It's going to go to Valley. even though the Predators had possession, the whistle goes. Cross-checking is the call. All right, so we're still, no, check that. We're 4-on-3 now for the Predators. And they're going to be out of the box in 54 seconds. And then we're going to see 5-on-3 for math on the fly, maybe 40 seconds. Oh, what a passing play, and Mahal got over. Sandry down low to the crease, shoulder save, rebound. Barmy puts it wide. Sandry tries to hammer it down. No, he just hangs onto the ball. One of the smaller guys on the floor, but plays big like that. Now Mahal got over, but dropped down to a knee. Predators get another one. What did I say about special teams, George? Yeah, very special. Sandry was the man down low. Yeah, and you can see Mahal was over in time, but when he took that step going down to one knee, it just opens up that top corner. So what's the penalty situation now? There's one Sturgeon coming out. Back to 4-on-4 for 27 seconds. And then we'll get a shortened power play again for the Preds. So I'm just going down my list here, George. 6 power play goals now for the Predators, 3 shorthanded goals. Lehner would be denied. Unfortunate bounce for the Sturgeon as that reverse backhand around the world from Rieger didn't make its way on the mark. Sturgeon able to take it back. So now a Predators power play, leading by 7. And there's the 8-second count. Valley just too casual coming out of their own zone. Rieger streaking off the bench. He's in alone on a breakaway. Saved by Mahal. Ball squirts free of his crease. Valley's got to go now. Good job to pick up the pace. Ethan Seaback. 30 seconds until the penalized Sturgeon can come out of the box. Lucas Solander went. Lobbed in deep. Gabe Howard. It's knocked off his path. Predators can take it back. Bouncing towards the benches. Over center. Logan Rieger. He'll leave for Shuchuk. Cudmore. One more pass down low. Predger. Pass to the near side, but a good defensive read to take it away. We're back to 5-on-5. Ortute. Double teamed in the corner, 5.5 remaining. Tries to donkey kick the ball back into the corner, but he just whiffed. And another high hit. Yeah, that one, there was already a penalty being called, and I think that last one is also going to be. Matthew Ortute doesn't like it. Honestly, I didn't see the first penalty. The second one was glaringly obvious. Hands to the face. There's 2 minutes for cross-checking, and it looks like they're just giving him the one penalty. Well, all right. Lehner at the near side. To the point. Rieger tucks through, avoids the crease, pass across. Cooper. Twister release. Shades of Cody Jamieson with that shot. Sturgeon want to go, but the pass was down at the feet of Henry Klassen. He's going to give chase and wins the race. But he's all on his own right now. Klassen gets crunched into the corner boards, keeping his stick free, but it's whacked. Lost possession. Predators will push. Prince Albert will slow things down as the power play just getting back onto the floor. Lehner, Rieger from the crease. No looker across to the opposite side. Return pass intended for Rieger. Deflected. Barmby gets it to Sandry. Cooper puts it into the Sturgeon logo on Kultaj Mahal. Lets it fall to his stick. Long bomb forward. Bank off the boards. Drive downhill. Cutting back to the middle. Scores! Connor Duncan. Smart decision to cut back, increase his angle. Pretty pumped after that goal. Shorthanded, George. Special teams, man. What is going on in this game? Cooper wins another draw, and he's going to stay out for this power play, but he's using his draw stick. See if that affects him whatsoever. And he is just going to head off. So the power play, minus Sam Cooper, has made their way on. Rieger, one-time shot intended from the corner. It was Braden Shuchuk who just whiffed on it. Riser, stopped by Mahal. Rebound collected by Cudmore. Rieger to Sandry. Near side corner, back to Rieger. Shot off the crossbar, almost back off the goaltender and in. Back to even strength. Ortute has come out of the box. Quick pass over to Gabe Howard. Skips through. Solander went. Takes a slash, drops down to one hand. He'll shovel into the corner. Ortute spins, can't get the shot off, found the loose ball, throws a last second one towards the goal, and wisely Oliver Volek just lets it go past him behind the goal. It'll ricochet all the way back to center. He hasn't been overly busy, but has now made 14 saves on 18 shots. Meanwhile, 57 shots on goal right now for the Predators. Make it 58. Cooper finds it. No low defender. He could have threatened to go to the goal if he wanted. Turns out he didn't want. Rieger going way outside. Cooper. A reverse backhand himself, and the loose ball will be collected by Syed. Stick is knocked out of her hands. Cudmore finds it in front. And a big hit, and that's going to be penalized. And this might get ugly here. Connor Duncan again. Is it Cooper that got hit? I couldn't quite see the number of the Predators player. Let's get another look at it. Yeah, to the head. Cudmore may have also got a penalty. So we'll see what's going to go up on the board here. And this might actually be Valley possession here, depending on what the penalty situation is, because Valley, they were getting the original penalty, and I believe the second one on the Predators got called afterwards. So if they got the second penalty, I would think it would be Valley ball. I think. So cross-checking is called to Duncan, and then unsportsmanlike goes to Cudmore. And they are going to say Valley possession. It's like I know the rules or something, George. Thanks, George. Predator is not happy that it's just 2 minutes up on the board to Duncan, but referees call it as they see. Kane Roberts had the hot stick in Valley's game yesterday. Underhand feed to the far side. Chamberlain tucks through, looking to the middle. Hoped to connect with Roberts, but it missed him. Valley will take it back. Could have been another high stick there. Chamberlain can't dig it free with one hand. Eight-second count goes against the Predators. It's going to be Valley ball now with 1:36 to play. Roberts gets tied up, off ball, working the two-man game at the near side. Spinning through is Lissamore, still with possession. Gets the screen again. Looking over to the far side, he'll drive downhill. Can't pull it 5-hole. Volek makes another stop. Well, there's a Predators player who's limping off to the bench now after a little bit of pressure. I believe it's Mason Crane just gets back onto the bench. But 4-on-4 action resuming. Barnby with a bouncer around the defender. It goes out of play. 52 seconds left in the period. Valley possession. Man streaking off the bench, wrong side shot. An easy stop for Volek, and then falling down as Lucas Salander went, and there's a penalty on the play there. It's going to be cross-checking. And is it Riley Predger? No, 11, not 7. Tate Bevan. Okay, so 4-on-3 now. Is this the second time we've seen 4-on-3? I think it is. It's maybe the most penalty minutes I've seen in any of the games so far today, or this tournament. Definitely today. No look pass. Goes down low, Roberts. Creeping through, he tried to sneak one past Volek. Not having any of that. Salander went. Chamberlain, no look shot himself. That's a heavy release, but Volek read it perfectly. Shot clock can be turned off now. Valley still have it with 20 seconds left in the period. Another no-looker, one-time shot, scores! Valley is not going anywhere. Roberts is going to get credit for it. Chamberlain with a nice pass. And Roberts will get his second of the game to make this a 5-goal deficit. 17 seconds remaining. A little confusion on the floor right now. I believe it was Tate Bevan who originally came out of the box, but it was supposed to be Matthew Cudmore. So quick switch of those two. Cudmore is out on the loose ball crew. Bevan back into the penalty box. Not sure what the delay here is now, unless they're just fixing it on the scoreboard, which, yes, it looks like they are because they do still have the Bevan penalty up there. Just had to get the time right. Sam Cooper won another draw. 13 seconds left. Do the Predators want to go here quickly? Try to reclaim the 6-goal lead. Here's Cudmore out of the box. Far side feed. Sandry will shoot, looking 5-hole. The save is made, and the clock will wind down. When we return, the Valley Sturgeon will have a power play for 1 minute and 10 seconds or less while trailing 10-5 and 1 period left in regulation. Remember, if Valley wins, that would create a 3-way tie in terms of the record between Valley, Prince Albert. No, Langley is from Pool A. It would be West Shore. That's what it would be. West Shore, Prince Albert, Valley. So much to remember here. We're going to take a breather. I feel like my mind grapes need a little breather as well. We'll be back in about 10 or so minutes, third period action, coming right up after this. 10-5. The Prince Albert Predators lead through 40 minutes, and there are just 20 minutes remaining here, George. I got to get this in right off the bat here as well. I got a message from one Megan McConnell. Just a quick correction. It is pronounced Riley Prediger. Prediger. So thank you, Megan, for that. And again, thank you to everybody who's been sending messages all week long here at the MacDonald Cup. I love reading where people are watching from. Send me a message on Instagram. I'll say hi to George for you. You can find me at Tino Farah. That's enough out of you, George. The amount of people that have come up to the booth, I will say, today specifically, to find out who George is just incredible. Valley has some power play time to work with here. Ball is loose to the near side, ends up in front of the Preds bench. And look out here, a wrestling match at center. I think the Predators are going to get, at the very least, the extra. Aiden Horn is the only one going over to the penalty box, and I would say that's the right call. That was initiated pretty quick. And again, I mentioned this in the North Shore game between them and Saanich earlier when things were getting a little bit out of hand. Immediately you could hear the coaching staff of the Saanich Express saying, that's not us. That's not what we play like. That's when things were getting a little bit crazy. Right there, head coach Lucas Wells, you could see him going down the bench. No more of that. That's the message right there. Love that from a head coach, able to take control of his bench and make sure they remain dialed in. And this game is still very much so undecided, 10-5. And now we're going to see Valley on a 4-on-3 power play, and they've been good with the extra attacker. Special teams have been just a huge point of this game for both teams. Shorthanded, power play, you name it. First chance for Valley deflects off the stick of Chamberlain, and the Preds will turn into a chance the other way. So the first power play is going to expire in 12 seconds. Ball gets knocked down loose. 5 seconds away from a 5-on-4 power play, obviously a little bit more traditional. So out of the box comes Tate Bevan. Trickling back onto the floor now as Lucas Solander went. He'll park himself, the near side shooter. No looker across. Kane Roberts missed the mark. Solander went off the half wall. 5 to shoot. He'll step into one, and keeping the glove down, stick side was Oliver Volek. He's now up to 20 saves on 25 shots. Almost 60 on goal right now for the Predators. And look out, man, another dangerous play. Valley almost threw the Preds player into an open gate. We saw one of those in the earlier game. Like, that is one of the scariest plays and just unnecessary in that case. I know you want to play it, you want to toe the line a little bit here. The Preds bench just took an unsportsmanlike for chirping at the ref. I understand they have a case here. I will say they have a case here. Change box, gate open. That's an insanely dangerous play. And Valley is lucky to have not taken a penalty for that. Oh boy. Well, more 5-on-3 now. 24 seconds. Valley was unsuccessful on their last two-man advantage. They'll leave a safety man near the restraining line to save any back over. Kane Roberts inching towards the goal. He's going to shoot off the shoulder of Volek. Chases down the rebound, having a hard time with it, but he's able to settle. Gets it back up high. Mason Lissamore now near side. Roberts is open. One-timer, great save by Volek. Ball was just outside of the crease, knocked free for a moment. Chamberlain had it. It's knocked down again. Roberts is knocked off the ball. Could have been an interference call, but the officials let that go as well. Now Cudmore, he's driving on his offhand, and save by Kultaj Mahal. 5-on-4. First penalty is over. Gibbs has come out for some power play duties near side crease. Skipped across. Valley only had 4 players on. They sent a defender out now trickling towards center, but it's too late by this point. Heavy screen set. Sturgeon player is knocked down, and that's going to be the 8-second count. So Valley will get another chance here. 40 seconds still to work with on their power play. No Kane Roberts out on this man up. Chamberlain is back out, and his pass, I don't know if that took a deflection or if it just went to an area that he didn't mean to put it, but it was way out of the reach of everybody and ends up deep in the corner. Free clear for the Predators, who can kill the remainder of this penalty if they so choose. But they have been known to go to the goal like Cudmore does here and puts it off the glove of Kultaj Mahal. Sandry was open in the middle. Pass doesn't connect. Still from way outside. Now Barmby hits a cutter. It's Cudmore, and not sure if Mahal got a piece of that or at the outside of the post. Regardless, it stays 10-5, and now back to 5-on-5. Cudmore, does he want another lane to the goal? He'll spin away, ends up deep in the corner, floats it through to the middle. Hoping a prayer and can't hit it. Can't hit anybody, but Barmby knocks down his man. Causes another turnover. Predators with it again. Starting to put their foot on the gas here. 15.5 minutes away from a 3-0 record. Mahal makes the save with his shoulder. Rebound, makes another stop as well. Gibbs gets sandwiched. That's going to be an interference call. Shakes it up, and Gabe Howard scored way back in the first period. Clears the center line. Wouldn't mind seeing Gabe Howard go out the O gate a little bit. I know he creates a ton in transition. But he's shown off some pretty good hands here. Now lane through the middle for a loose ball. Knocked free. And now there's an injured Sturgeon down at the far side corner. Is that Matthew Ortute, I believe? Yes. Might have took a slash in a sensitive area. And they score at the other end. Is that Rieger again? Braden Rieger, have yourself a game. Yeah, Chamberlain stuck out for a defensive shift. I think he got caught just watching the stick a little bit too much, and Rieger drags through to the middle. 11-5, back in front by 6 with 14:38 to play. 65 shots on board now for the Predators. Sam Cooper will be credited with another face-off win. Shot wide of the goal. Howard out for another defensive shift. Barmby was wide open in front, but the ball just missed his stick. Nice move by Gabe Howard. How's that to avoid a check? Spins off of another one as Cudmore pressures him. Howard absorbs a slash, goes to some more open space. Double team is mounting. Late change behind the play. Howard finally lost it, but he picked it back up. Now he's knocked off of his path, and the Predators will take it back. Interference well away from the play. He's going to give it back to Valley. Mason Crane. Now Rieger is behind everybody. The pass takes a bounce and a deflection. Thought he was about to throw a backhand. Lehner is open in front. Rieger tries to feed him. It took a hop off of Chamberlain's stick. Valley trying to close the gap back down to 5. Ethan Seaback has some room. Fakes the drive, swings to the far side. Gibbs has come on, reaches back. Does he want a shot? Yes, he does, and that'll fall into the glove of Volek. Rebound to the corner. Official signaling possession Predators. Now down to 12:45 to play. Here's Cudmore. Nice move around the defender who fell. It was Darius Syed, and what's going to happen here? Another penalty on the play, and Lehner came in to share some words. So Preds back to the power play. Slashing will be the call. Lissamore the culprit. Finally, some Blink-182 into the speakers, George. Finally. You know, we've had Jeff here all week talking about the oldies, and I get it. And I guess Blink would maybe fall into the oldies category, I guess now, but a different kind of oldies. Give me the new oldies. Yeah, Jeff is old. Not us, though, George. My imaginary friend. Chamberlain from the corner. In a shorthanded offensive effort, he'll retreat to the perimeter. Working with Gibbs near side. Pressure starting to come in. Luke Eggerman forces Chamberlain to his wrong side. Chamberlain did a good job, though, to split through. Now he spins off for one more. Chamberlain looking 5-hole. He was knocked down, but Volek made the stop first. What a save that was with his stick. Preds power play coming back onto the floor. 1:15 left with their extra attacker. 11:50 to play. No look pass down to the crease, but it was deflected. Howard made a nice defensive play. He'll spin. Knocked down in a forechecking effort. Lehner throws Gabe Howard down to the floor. Ball leaks down and then thrown down. Right in front of the Preds bench is Wyatt Kemp. Back to his feet. We'll head back to his defensive zone. Preds want to score here. Sam Cooper. No looker. Sandry down low. Barmby. One more across. Almost a dunk. Is that going to count? No. If only we had the behind the net cam, George. I would have loved to see that. Close call. Another turnover. Preds get it back again. It's a quick 2-on-1. Now shot scores. Tucker Prodale gets into the fun. Valley could have killed the rest of that penalty, but on a couple chances, just could not clear their zone. Timeout called by Valley. Kaltaj Mahal has just been under fire in this game. 66 shots against, 54 saves. So we got to look at our officiating crew in game number 3. There's still one more coming up around the corner here, George. Don't forget. We got another nightcap. Oceanside versus Langley. We had one of the coaches of Oceanside come up into the booth in the intermission. I guess was listening to the broadcast. I forget if it was this one or the one earlier where we were talking about the seeding and how we kind of mentioned that the Langley game at this point, in terms of that tiebreaker, doesn't really make a difference. Came into the booth. Hey, would you stop counting us out? Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. They were part of that emotional game last night between the Sharks and the North Shore Indians. Patrick Seward with the game winner. I actually have to correct that because I got a message earlier today. I've been saying Patrick Seward. It's Seward from what I understand. So apologies to the Seward family, and thank you to the person who sent me the message. But he had the overtime winner last night, a 9-8 victory for North Shore over the Sharks. Matthew Cudmore stops up. Lehner comes in. Cudmore with the swim around Gibbs. Heavy screen is set. Late man in is Sandry. Pass over top of him. Rebound collected. Here come the Sturgeon. Shouldering through a diving shot and then crashing into the goalpost was Ethan Seaback. Now Gabe Howard causes a turnover. He wants another and puts it off the shoulder of Volek. Valley just can't buy one as of late. Being outscored in this third period, 2-0. Sandry can really rip as that one goes into a defender's body. Pass ahead, works, or at least allows Valley to escape. Slow change, and the Predators take it right back. Sandry with a full head of steam on his wrong side, wisely decides to slow things up, and he's been out there for a while, including that backtracking effort. So he'll head off, replaced by Chase Lehner. Rieger, nice pass and a better finish. We'll make it outscored 3-0. Riley Prediger. It's a good thing I got the correction on his name because I was going to have to say it right here. It was all meant to be. Riley Prediger makes this a 13-5 game. 3 shots away from elapsing the 70 mark. Gibbs turns on the Jets after a face-off win, gets the return feed, can't pull the trigger. Sawyer Elphinstone made sure to deny the Valley captain. And then Elphinstone lost it. Good thing Matthew Cudmore was there. Here is Prediger. Rieger on his wrong side will shoot anyways. Wide of the goal. Collected by Cudmore, 4 to shoot. He'll swim through. Throws a sidearm off the corner boards, and now he's in a shoving match at the far side. Valley wanting a penalty. Not going to get one from the official. 8.5 to play. 13-5 for Prince Albert. Kane Roberts looked earlier like he was shaken up on the bench, but rejoins the action and he's knocked down from behind. Again, getting a rough ride towards the crease. So he goes to work off ball and takes a slash. Delayed call coming up against the Preds. Colton Firk. Believe it's going to be a slash, and Kane Roberts, who is usually on this power play, is limping his way towards the Valley bench. Oh, he's going to get 2 penalties. I saw 2 minutes for cross-checking, and I think it was either 2 minutes for a slash or 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike. He made like the slashing motion, but it was sort of towards the top of his hand. That's why I'm not sure. But there's a cross-checking penalty and then something else as well. Likely a slash, I would have to think. Scores! Finally, the Sturgeon get one back on the power play. Not even a lot of movement, really. 3 passes were made, I think. And then was it Wyatt Muirhead? I believe it was. 13-6, less than 8 to play. Third game of day number 3. Lissamore finds it. Numbers here for Valley. They go in 3-on-2. Gibbs is in the middle. He'll fire. Scores! Back-to-back for the Sturgeon. That is what the captain can do. In tight, able to handle that pass well. And fires stick side past Volek, who's not overly happy about that one. But what is that? 2 goals in less than 15 seconds for sure. And the captain will stay out for face-off duty. Barnby's going to take the draw for the Preds, and he wins it to himself. Going forward. Tries to split through 3. Wyatt Howard, or check that, Gabe Howard was knocked down, and he's slow to get up. Ortute. Had it again for a moment. Now he's knocked down and pulls his man with him. Preds will go in the other direction. Matthew Cudmore. Trailer is Braden Rieger. Cudmore sees a man cutting through. Didn't get the clean shot off. Mahal will hang on. Long pass forward. It's just a dump and chase. He's got to be frustrated with the amount of rubber that he's seen here. But once again, despite being down in this game 13-7 at the moment, Kultaj Mahal has had some strong moments. I mean, a strong game overall, I would say. And a Sturgeon player is getting kicked out of the game. Connor Duncan. Unsportsmanlike is the call. And I believe with that, gives him 10 minutes in penalties, which is why he's been removed. So Valley down a man. And certainly battling some injuries as well. Rieger looks for the skip pass. He finds it, a one-timer, and the captain gets another on the power play. Hat-trick goal for Shuchuk. Look at that release. A fine piece of business right there. Power play took, I mean, speaking of less than 15 seconds, that was probably about in that range as well. 7-goal advantage for the Predators. Oh, and Gibbs is on the limp once again. Shouldered off of his path, absorbs a slash, and he's going to want to get off here if he can dish. But of course, has a nose for the dirty areas. He swims. Now lost it, and we'll head towards the bench. I heard it was, I mean, I don't want to reveal the direct injuries, but we'll say lower body, obviously on the limp for Jeremiah Gibbs. Looked like he was, for the most part, all right in their first game of the tournament back on Wednesday evening, but did take a slash midway through that game. There's another great save by Mahal, denying a one-timer. And really from that point forward, Jeremiah Gibbs has been on the limp ever since. 8-second count. We'll give possession back to the Predators. 5:15 to go. Far side feed. Predators really slowing things down here. Assuming they finish this game with the victory, goals are not really going to play a factor at all for them, or the goals for and against formula. Oh my God, formula. Can you tell how many games I've done here, George? Day 3, baby. As long as they leave here with the win, they have locked in first overall in Pool B. And we'll look ahead to the crossover game tomorrow. I don't know if that schedule has started to become a little more clear. That one I also may need Randy Clough or, anybody involved with the organizing of the tournament. Angie as well. May need some confirmation as to the matchups tomorrow. I'm sure those will be posted up on the MacDonald Cup website sooner than later. Some fans in attendance voicing their displeasure. Less than 4 to go. Talon Sandry. Flip pass through. Cooper is denied by Mahal and came out to make another save. Cooper was down. He took a cross check while he was. Sturgeon gate is open. Another Valley player looks like has been ejected. Which means Daria Syed is going to go and serve the penalty. .72 shots on the board right now for the Preds, George. Wow. 5-minute major is going to be called. A wildly entertaining power play here, as we see. So Rieger takes a peek back towards his bench, instructed to go. Pass through, good one, but a better shoulder save by Kultaj Mahal. Cudmore finds the rebound. Sandry, the near side shooter, the pass was down low. Rieger with it again. I don't really think I need to reiterate that message because you could probably hear it on the mic. Hold was the message from the coaching staff. Now go, Sandry, back to the point. One more down low, one more through the middle, and wow. Matthew Cudmore. Look at this ball movement. Point, crease, far side shooter, back of the net. When you have a team like Prince Albert, who has clearly played together for as long as they have, and clearly had as much success as they have had consistently, you're going to build some chemistry, as we just saw right there. And that ends up playing a major factor into their tournament overall. Again, they are trying to repeat as back-to-back MacDonald Cup champions. I couldn't tell you what the final score of last year's final was. I remember tuning into the broadcast when I saw it was going live, and just remember thinking, yeah, this is not a close game at all. Oh, what a save by Mahal. He got over just in time and kept his stick up. Wow. Shot clock winds down to 15. Another one-timer, this time off the back of the goal. To the point, Rieger steps into it and scores. He has quite the shot. And his release looked like it just fooled Mahal. Finally, we're back to 5-on-5 into the final 2 minutes of play. Loose ball to the middle. Syed finds it. Lost it due to some pressure. Backhander, and Mahal makes a stop on that as well. And the second chance, Cudmore pots it home. Really piling on the scoring here in the last few minutes. No, I think 11 is what we decided on, George. Yeah, so Prince Albert is 1 goal away from run time here. Not that it really matters all that much. Minute 23 is left on the clock. And this win streak that the Predators have been on for the last 2 years is going to continue here. Remember, we got a message yesterday. Or I got a message yesterday, I believe it was. Yes, that's right, it was. This team has not lost a Junior B Tier 2 game since May 7th of 2023. Unbelievable. And they've, so they won yesterday, of course. They're about to win here as well. Which means that under their head coach, Lucas Wells, they're now going to have a record in his tenure of 47-1-1. Unbelievable stuff. And what I was saying, I think I said this to Jeff Fisher yesterday. We're into the final minute here. I wouldn't mind seeing this Predators team play against like the champions of the BC Junior B Tier 1 League. You know what I mean? Maybe play against the Adnaks, who are off to the Founders Cup for the first time in a few years. Or even face off against Victoria, who went to the Founders Cup the last 2 years in a row. I'm just curious. I would love to see that matchup and see how they fare against an opponent like that. Volek makes another save, maybe his last of the game. He's up to 31 now on 38 shots. And do the Preds want one more to make it 80 shots on goal? Some rough stuff here afterwards. Official will wisely get in between the players. And that's going to do it. The Predators will lock in first overall in Pool B. The West Shore Bears will be second with a 2-1 record. And now we'll look ahead to our nightcap between Oceanside and Langley. One more to go here on day 3, Georgie. One more to go. Any, I mean, I know you probably don't necessarily have names on hand like I do, but if you had, are there any numbers that stand out to you for MVPs? I would say an easy option for Prince Albert would be, I could always pick the captain for Valley, Jeremiah Gibbs. That guy just doesn't quit. He's heart and soul player. I think for Valley, I would maybe go 36, Gabe Howard. Speedy, transition. Again, I said earlier I would like to see him play out the O-gate just for a game or two. See what that's like. For Prince Albert, I mean, Braden Rieger had an insane game in terms of goal scoring. I think he had like 6. Could be wrong. Yeah, tough one. Tough call. Few candidates, certainly. But I'll leave it to the people in charge of those decisions to make the official announcement. I will step aside, give my voice a bit of a breather. I'm going to be chugging some tea here in the hour off, George. And when we return in about an hour, Oceanside Sharks facing off against the Langley Thunder. Big night ahead. MacDonald Cup Day 3. Thanks for joining us. You've been watching BC Sports TV.